Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Elizabeth and I'm coming to you from Sedona, Arizona. I hope that you're all doing well. Tonight I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. From time to time I do a special reading for the Starseeds, Lightworkers, Truth Warriors, that sort of collective, the healers, you fill in the blank. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. I still have to do Leo and Virgo's reading for love for the month of April, but I wanted to do that tomorrow morning, like in the light of day. So I'll be getting those uploaded tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, just so that you know. But tonight, let's do a reading for the Starseed Collective. So as always, I call in the divine with love and light. And I'm burning a little bit of honeysuckle resin. It's a very, very special incense, and this aids in clairvoyance, good luck. And also, it has such a beautiful energy for those of you who can smell clair, whatever that word is. You can sort of like pick up smells. Maybe you'll smell this. It's very powerful. And we'll just invite in some flowery spring energy of honeysuckle, very sensual, very beautiful. So, all right, my dear Starseed Collective, way showers, angelics, healers, like I said, fill in the blank, my truth warriors. Let's get a reading for you guys and see what wants to come through, and let's talk about the energies, okay? All right, thank you, Spirit, and Ascended Masters who'd like to work with us tonight, and the Galactics of the highest love and light who would like to work with us tonight. Ashtar and his command, whoever that is. I live in Sedona, so I know that they are up there, and let's just call in some of their energy. Pleiadians, the Andromedans, Arcturians, the Lyran Collective of the highest love and light. You are welcome to join us here tonight for this reading for the collective. I welcome you. And our highest selves, okay, our highest selves, what would they like us all to know? And I'm using The Secret Language of Light by Denise Jarvie. I've got tarot, oracle, whatever wants to come out tonight, we'll take it. Okay. Wow, you guys, divine animals coming out. And here we see a nod to the lions. Really interesting. Number 22, angel number. So this is the energy of the animals of Earth wanting to connect with us. So this is also, I'm feeling like, could even be a nod to the upcoming Lionsgate in August. I mean, it's April, so we've got 4 months until then, and 2 + 2 equals 4. So we've got like 4 months until Lionsgate, almost 4 months to the day. So maybe that's something that's happening here. And this is definitely, you know, a card that feels very Leo-like with that heart energy there and the lion. So divine animals being really important for us right now. So really like paying attention to the animal kingdom. And if you have pets, some of you really could be called to speak to your pets. And they may have messages. Wow. They really may have messages for us. And that, like, we're not separate from them. You know, we're not separate from the animal kingdom. Like, we at our most primal, in our most primal form, we are animals too, you know. And so it is really just about like listening to them and getting out and communing with them. The birds right now, you know, it's springtime here in the Northern Hemisphere. So the birds are so active and I talk to them a lot. So whatever that looks like for you, animals are important right now. They always are. But especially right now, they want to talk to us. And that number 22 is a master number, angel number. And the next card that came out, and this is perfect, is transformation. Number 19, 9 and 1 is 10. So we are going through this big shift. Earth is at the center of the transformation. Gaia is at the center of this transformation. It's the energy of being in the void here. Like, this is like this, you know, we're a part of the universe, and And planetarily, we're going through an ascension and a transformation. And at times, it feels blissful, but it's also highly uncomfortable. And there is a huge dismantling of a lot of darkness right now. Transformation is like Pluto energy, scorpionic energy. So in order to transform and transmute, we have to go into the darkness, the abyss, the underworld. And this is something that I wanted to touch on with various stages of starseed mission, being a light worker, being an indigo child, a crystal child. Like, can we graduate that to be, I'm an indigo adult and a crystal adult? And being a child is very important. Leo energy, the inner child, it's very important. But anyway, so we have to be able to look at the shadow, and we have to be able to look at the polarity. And in order to transform it, we have to acknowledge it. And for some light workers, I know that this is sort of hard, that this can be very uncomfortable to not want to really look into the darkness that has been pervasive and has been a, for lack of a better word, it is the virus on this planet. And it is the cancer on this planet, the dark forces, the false matrix, and they don't want you to look at it. They would rather that you bypass that and seek false light. So transformation is ugly. When you think of a caterpillar that finally goes into the cocoon and builds the cocoon, inside of that is a dark night of the soul. And inside of that, it's molting, and it's undergoing, it's creepy and kind of gross, and it happens in the dark. And then what comes out of that is the butterfly, and the butterfly is the energy of transformation. You know, you see a butterfly and you think of maybe a loved one that's passed on. It's where there's been a total shifting of energy. And so the animals want to tell us something. So maybe it was just the metaphor of the butterfly. You know, maybe that's an important metaphor right now, is that we are to some degree in a cocoon. And as light workers, as starseeds, as angelics, there is some element of needing to really look at the shadow, not necessarily become obsessed with it, because you have to be able to hold your light. You are here to help shift the consciousness of an entire planet. So you're a leader, okay? You're a leader. So you have to be able to have balance and keep your vibration high. At the bottom of the deck was Soul Journey, okay? So this is like your sojourn, as Edgar Cayce referred to lifetimes as being sojourns. I think that was actually in between lives that he was referring to the sojourns. But anyway, you have to be able to keep your vibration high and be in bliss and be in joy for being here now. It's a very important time to be here. But it's also about really being able to explore the truth of what's going on and what has been going on planet Earth for a very long time. And really, I'm not going to go into too much detail, because I want it to resonate for your personal truth of what that is. And this could be something that, as a light worker or whatever, you may be really battling with right now, is even looking out at the population and seeing where people have been brainwashed or brain poisoned, and they will not wake up from their cognitive dissonance. No matter what information you're giving to them, they will not see it. You're crazy. You're a conspiracy, fill in the blank. You're insane, you know, and you're laughed at. So on the flip side, this could be what, you know, you're dealing with. is a sort of backlash from people that you are really out there speaking a lot of truth, and you have gone into all of that. So it's also for you, again, to maintain your balance about nurturing yourself. And I don't mean like, oh, go take a bubble bath. I mean like for real, like really giving yourself permission to feel joy no matter what is happening in the world, giving yourself permission to feel joy, and sort of trusting that, you know, that caterpillar that goes into the cocoon is going to become a butterfly, you know. Nothing can stop it. And there we've got the sun. Nothing can stop the light, you know, but it can, it really, it can't stop it, but it can delay it for thousands of years and hijack it. So there's a balance. So I'm hearing really and truly balance. All right, so I'm going to pull some tarot, and we're going to use the Afterthoughts Tarot. So it is like a Rider-Waite, but it's like what happens moments after. So what happens moments after that Two of Cups energy? What happens moments after that Three of Swords energy? Like whatever that is. And the reason why I picked this is because, you know, the Starseed Collective, you know, you may feel like you're a few steps ahead, that you have insight, okay? You have great insight. And so I wanted to see like, well, what happens after that, because this may be where you're at. So, beautiful. I'm just going to take, oh gosh, there's so many here. Okay. The first card that popped out is the Ten of Cups. So that's why I was saying it, you know, you have to take time to be in joy and to be in bliss, whatever that looks like for you, just allowing yourself to feel joy. You have come here on a mission, but you are also here to feel joy and be emotionally fulfilled. So this is the Ten of Cups, and this is like that night. And the stars are out. And so there's a nod to all of your wishes, all of your dreams, your connection to the cosmos. Instead of one star, there's like millions of stars. And here you are with your tribe. And it's like, we did it, you know. This is New Earth. This is ascension. This is the completion. But what I was saying is delaying or blocking that, and will ultimately lose, is the card of defeat and the card of failure. But it's also about winning at any cost. So here's a 5, here's a 10. It's like halfway. And I know we're more than halfway, but it's this energy of, you know, all of the forces that you may feel up against, you know, the propaganda that tries to make this community look bad, like we're crazy, or that we're something that we're not, the lies, the deception, the false matrix. This is the inverted logic, where, you know, you hear something and you're like, it is literally the opposite of that. You can't even believe some of the things that are coming out of the media, that are coming out of mainstream media. Like I said, it's just so unbelievable. It's a part of the transformation. And it can feel like defeat when you feel as though other people aren't getting it. And you see people that you really love, being like really trapped in that, being really, really trapped in this energy. So it is important for you to do whatever it is that brings you emotional fulfillment. It's important to nurture yourself at this time. So then, wow, we've got 3 big energies that came out. Like, this is your mission, okay? This is your mission here, Judgment coming out. This is Starseed mission. This is the ascension of planet Earth too. Archangel Gabriel sounding the horn here. And at this point, Gabriel has taken the flag away. So usually there's a flag here, and there's like an sort of Templar's cross on it, I want to say. So he's usually waving the flag to get everyone's attention and sounding the trumpets. And in this depiction, Gabriel's like taken the flag away. So only some are going to hear this. Not everybody's going to hear the call or is going to heed the call. And that's something that you and I have to accept. This is, everyone's here on a unique soul journey. And if some people don't want to exit the matrix and wake up from the spell that they're under, it's not your concern anymore. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't keep sharing information. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't keep spreading love, spreading light, spreading truth, no matter if it's happy or scary as F. You should still keep doing that. Whatever your mission is, whatever your individual unique calling is, your authentic truth, you should always express it. But that not everybody's coming along. You see that? Not everybody's going to come along. Then we get the energy of the Hermit with strength, 9 and 8, 8 and 9. Leo energy, Virgo energy, you know, it's sort of that summer into fall. You know, still doing the inner work, still connecting with our inner child, hugging the beast within us. You could be feeling some anger, righteous anger, but some anger. So this is something I wanted to bring up. There are days where I feel anger, okay? And I actually have to transmute it, Hermit energy. And it's hard not to judge yourself. Like, just to take a step back and say, I feel angry for no particular reason. It's not anybody that triggered me. It's not anything that triggered me. I'm feeling angry. And recognizing it and holding space for yourself. The other day, this happened to me. And so I just put on my hiking boots, went outside, got onto the land. You know, I did my 15-minute hike up the street to Thunder Mountain, to the trailhead, got out on the land, and I transmuted it. That sort of, you have to realize, and you probably already do, that you, this, you know, mission that you're on, it comes with great responsibility. And part of that responsibility is to yourself, because you are feeling everything. So I live in Sedona. It is off the hook busy right now. There are people everywhere. Every day is like the busiest day here. And so there is collective energy all up in my field. So I have to do a lot of clearing. I have to do a lot of energetic protecting, and not from a place where I'm afraid. I'm not afraid, okay? But I have an awareness that these energies, that they are around me and that I feel them. Okay. And so when like I said, you know, on those days where I'm like, I can acknowledge it. Oh my God, why am I feeling so angry? And then I'm like, okay, you know, let me hold my anger. Let me just hold it and love it, and then get into my inner child and get out and transmute that shit. Like, here we go. And we see, like, this dog is like, you know, there as a guide and or as a guard for him almost. This is how we get some of our wisdom, right? Starseeds, you know, and this Hermit is holding the serpent. So he's not holding, you know, the wand is already very phallic. It's that masculine principle. In wand's energy, this isn't wand's energy, but the Hermit's always holding a wand. And so the wand represents the masculine. It's the action that you take out into the world. It's even beliefs, you know, and it's passion and all of that. So here the Hermit's holding the serpent. So that is that sort of like reptilian brain, the reptilian brain of fear, of lower energies, and the Hermit sort of transmuting all of that. And that's how you find your wisdom and your North Star, is just by going into it. It's not about bypassing. So I'm going to keep talking about that. It's really about feeling it, whatever it is that comes up. And it was a neat experiment for myself. It was experiential because I really was able to transmute it, but I had to acknowledge it first, and I had to ask some questions like, well, why am I feeling like this? And I was like, I don't know. I don't have nothing to feel angry about right now, like in this very moment. Like, of course, you know, there's so much righteous anger, but I meant just like within, you know, that particular day, there wasn't any specific trigger in that particular day. And I realized it really was some of the collective energies that were around me that, you know, I'm a part of, right? So anyway, okay. So big energies, 10 of Cups with that 5 of Swords, Strength, and the Hermit. And then we get, the energy of service work. Starseed mission. This is also what's going to bring you back to center. So every time I do a Starseed reading, this comes out. What is your service work? What are you giving out? What are you doing for other people? What are you doing to help this mission along? You know, this ascension of the planet, this transformation, you know, all of this, this darkness that has been squeezing humanity, Gaia, the animals, everybody on planet Earth that's been, you know, holding it captive for thousands of years. What's your service work? So it comes back to the service work, you know, and then we have the 4 of Cups, which I really love because the 4 of Cups is usually like apathy. You know, you don't even want any of the cups. These 3 cups, you're like in a place of being sort of closed off. It can be a card of meditation and contemplation. And then like the hand of God is handing you a cup. And here he's taken the cup from the hand of God and he has poured it out over the land. So what I'm seeing here is this is the energy of like accepting the cup from the divine and working with it. So he's giving it back. It's the energy of giving it back, knowing that you have the answers that you seek. You have all of the answers. You are the cup. You are the key to your own ascension, to your own purpose, to your own mission, to your own truth. And the Chariot coming out. So really, this is Cancerian energy here. So I see Leo, Virgo, Cancer, and, you know, and definitely Scorpio energy with the transformation and even with Judgment. So, you know, it's time to get moving. It really is time to get moving. Number 7, you know, 7 days of the week, the 7 chakras, bodily, you know, the 7 body chakras, the 7 deadly sins, the night and the light. So it is a choice point for a lot of you. And it is about like getting moving. If you were feeling sort of stuck in the duality, it's about like you got to unify that stuff and pack it up in your vehicle and get moving and go out on your mission. This is it's Cancer energy, so it's very emotional, and it has a lot of feminine energy to it with the emotions, but it's also very masculine, because I see him as sort of like the emperor or the magician, you know, directing this great chariot, which is the vehicle for your soul. So it's like your soul wants you to move, wants you to get moving. And so this is like even your 7D. If we talk about ascension into the 5D, this is even like your 7D. You're at the reins here. You know, you are at the reins, and that's why in this Four of Cups, you're just sort of like pouring that cup out. You've accepted it from the divine. You accepted your mission. You accepted the cup. Six of Pentacles, this is your service work, and it's time to get going. It's time to get moving, okay? And step into it. And then we have the Two of Wands. So speaking to partnerships with other people. This came out in the reverse. So it feels like there is some perhaps indecision on the part of, you know, some of the collective as to where to take all of this, where your place is, what your service work is specifically, who you're supposed to partner with. But it means that there's options, and you are going to get decisive about this. In the Two of Wands, we usually just see the guy. It's just him, and he has the world in his hands, and he's got two wands, but one of the wands he leaves behind, and it's the ace that he's going to take with him. And here we see where there's power in numbers, is what I'm hearing, because now there's two of them. There's a partnership, and they can take both wands now. And so for some of you, this is about your divine counterpart and calling in a soulmate and calling in a divine counterpart to do this work with you. Power in numbers is what I'm hearing. And I really love that, because that could be that twin flame energy, you know, the energy of the twins that wants to come out. So we're going to go back to the tarot. Let's see. I want to see like what lessons the collective is moving through. I've got the Soul's Journey lesson cards. So like in this now moment, sort of like what lessons we're moving through. What are the big lessons right now? I hope that you guys are enjoying this. You know, it's not going to be for everyone, but hopefully, even if, you know, you're not too familiar with some of this information, it may still resonate for you, you know? Okay. The Chariot's here. I love that he's got the wand pointed down, and his hand is over his heart. So this is speaking to, like if this were your 7D, it's about bringing it all into the 3D, because the wand is pointed down there, and the hand is over the heart, but it's almost like covering the heart a little bit. It's interesting. But the wand is not up in the air. It's pointed down. You know, this is about bringing this higher level information, downloads here into the physical world. Bringing your mission here. Taking your mission down here and doing something with it. So we get the energy of health, and that's why I was sort of saying, like, you know, I've really had to take a lot of time lately to nurture and take time to care for my health, my physical body health, my mental health, my emotional health, all of it. 2020 was such a game changer, and it really shook things up. And we sort of saw just how invasive this shadow was, and the agenda and the plan that, you know, some of the more archonic forces had for us. So it really has been about health. And speaking of which, I'm going to take a sip. And where some of us may have been in denial that this journey was supposed to be easy breezy. Even if you've had many trials and tribulations in your life, you know, you've had a very unique experience as a child, as a young adult, into your adulthood. You felt different. You felt as though, you know, your experiences were unique, that you are a unique soul with a unique purpose and a unique mission. There was still, so funny, I'm holding them backwards, you know, to myself, because I always include myself in these things, that there was some kind of a denial, like, hey, we're going into the age of Aquarius and all of the darkness is just going to fall away. So coming out of that denial, you know, and just about like how hard this journey is. Can we also talk about that? You know, Lightworkers, can we talk about that? How hard this journey is. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So maybe for you it is an anger that's coming up, like it was for me. I'm going to sit. Maybe for you it's been more, maybe it's been manifesting as anxiety, depression, right? Because we're all going to have an emotion, but it just may be different for each of you. So the messages this is one of the lessons that we're moving through is denial. So I acknowledge my fill in the blank, my anger, my fear, my sadness, whatever. But I replace it with the insight of awareness. And that's what I was talking about, like waking up and saying, I'm feeling angry today. Okay, you know, I'm going to hold it. I want to roar. And that's okay. It's okay to feel like that. Let me love it. Let me acknowledge it. And let me go get some insight about this. Why is this happening? And then do something to transmute it. And it sort of happened through like a healthy activity. So for some of you, it's like going into the gym. For some of you, it's going to be meditation. For some of you, it's going to be dance. For me, it was a really solid hike and getting out into that sun and just letting the light codes from the sun like obliterate that shit. Like just, you know, sweat it out and get some like solar healing. So that's definitely an important message, denial and health. And let me check the bottom of the deck and see what was at the bottom. Doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Yeah, that's another big one, right? And also just like the energy of doubting yourself. You know, is this real? Am I crazy? Am I crazy because I can see through the lies? The lies. I can see through it, but am I crazy? Am I crazy? Are all of, you know, the people that are, you know, just in agreement with all of this and they hear it on the news or they hear it on social media and they accept it? Am I crazy because I don't know? So that's a part of that too, is the doubt, you know? And here we see like a nod to like the 4 directions. So it is about coming back into center and just getting aligned with your truth. So if you start to doubt yourself, am I crazy? Is this a real thing? This Lightworker, galactic, starseed, is it real? When you're feeling like that, again, it's about the 4 directions and just coming back to your center. Okay. So that's going to be something normal. Like that's, I think a lot of people on this journey question themselves, you know, because things are so absolutely outrageous. Left is right. We're being told that up is down. We're being told that, you know, evil is good. And we're being told that good is evil. So if you're still watching this, you see through it. And you've answered this call. Don't forget, you've really answered this call, and not everybody is going to, and that's okay. We have to accept that. And that's probably part of this strength energy. And the Hermit is accepting that. Okay? When it's someone's time, it's their time to wake up. Keep spreading your truth. Keep doing your thing. Stay on your mission. Keep giving. Okay? There are going to be forces that are, or people that may lie about you, that may try to make you look bad, that try to discredit you, or whatever that is, whatever that looks like. You know, you're going to come up against this energy, but you are strong enough to handle it. You can do it. And it is about finding partnerships with people who support you. You can, you know, go out and change the world together. So community is a message that I'm getting, is community. Let's see. What do I want to do next? I haven't pulled these in a while. So I'm going to pull some cards from the Lemurian Star Child's Oracle. Very, very special deck. You guys, it's amazing. If you're still watching this, I really recommend that you look into it. You don't have to be like a reader to use these cards. I really think that they could help you. And they're just beautiful. If you have children, the kids love this deck. Let me tell you, the kids really love this deck. So let me just like kind of clear the space here because this deck is so beautiful. And it comes from Glastonbury. And it's Leanne Carpenter and Michael Kroon. And they are a very dynamic power couple. They're artists. They're visionaries. You can give them a follow like on Facebook or Instagram. They do a lot of really beautiful readings. And, you know, there's a lot of free content that they provide. So I really love them. So let's just call in our Lemurian aspects and the energy of Lemuria to provide us with some guidance. All right. Thank you so much, Spirit. Messages. Whew. All right. So let's see what we got. Yep. We got 3. Beautiful. So the Divine Feminine is coming out. And that's Cosmic Consciousness, 2 cards of Cosmic Consciousness. So that's down here in the bottom. So that's one of the categories. Divine Feminine, receive your birthright and unconditional love. So the mother energy coming out. And that's why I was talking about like really taking time to take care of yourself. That 10 of Cups energy. A family and being in joy and being happy and whatever that looks like for you. Maybe you're more of a lone wolf, you know, maybe, you know, through this process, you are sort of more of a lone wolf, or maybe, you know, it's just like you and your counterpart. But there is this energy of just nurturing yourself and also just coming from the place of the Divine Mother. You know, she loves everyone. She loves all of her children. So when you are sort of up against this, I know it's really hard, but to try to just come back to a place of love. And your divine blueprint, this is your own self. Like this is your, it says you are ready. So this is about like your soul's blueprint, and that like, you know, your mission is on it. You know, like you can read it. It's like, it's more than your Akashic records. It's actually the blueprint that is coded inside of your DNA, your connection to source, just being embodied in that light, and being inspired in that. Because Starseeds, if you have been feeling like, and maybe with Aries season coming in, you're feeling more inspired now. But during the winter, you know, there may have been a lot of introspection and working through some of that transformative energy, the shadow work. It is time to just come in and embody this light, your light body, and you're ready. So that's what it's saying, is that you're ready. And I feel like there was, oh, here we go. And yes, your cosmic self. So this is the energy of cosmic insight, number 7. So it's linked into that Chariot. You are a cosmic being and stay confident in your truth. So any of that doubt that we were, you know, talking about before, any of that doubt, you know, it is about coming into your awareness of your cosmic self, coming back to center with the awareness that you are a cosmic being. And this is definitely, I feel like it's your 7D coming through. Like whatever your aspect is up in the 7D, that's what's coming through here with the Chariot. So your 7D may be a Pleiadian, your 7D may be a Lyran or an Andromedan, or some kind of like shamanic energy from, you know, just from another planet, from another galaxy. It's your multidimensional aspect of the 7D that's wanting to come through tonight. It's really interesting. And even this divine feminine, I feel sort of like an energy of like the Syrians, like a Syrian energy or Pleiadian energy here. Just very, very loving and very beautiful. Number 3. So it's linked into the Empress energy of expansion and growth. And the divine blueprint is a number 5. So 2021 is a 5 year. So this is like, there's going to be a lot of change this year and a lot of perhaps conflict. And this after tarot, you know, it's funny because this 5 of Swords hasn't really changed all that much. Like, this person, this energy is going to lose eventually. He's smiling. He thinks he's won. So sometimes it is just about like, it's not a game anymore. Like, it's not about trying to prove anything. You don't have to prove anything. Your truth is your truth. When you see through the veil, when you see through the illusion, when you have like disconnected and unhacked when you've disconnected from the programming, and you're like you're still like sort of like rewriting thousands of years of programming within yourself. It takes time. There's layers to it. And this divine blueprint of yours is just going to be manifesting this year, you know, and so there's nothing to prove. Again, if you are inspired to share, to launch some kind of like amazing company or initiative, or the 6 of Pentacles is a card of charity, like whatever that is for you and you're inspired to do it, it's like part of this blueprint for you, part of this lifetime, then do it. But not from a place of needing to fight about it or like convince people who just aren't ready to wake up. Okay, this is the bifurcation that a lot of people are talking about, this 2 to 3 world split of where you just got to let some people stay where they want to stay, and have an acceptance of that. But your cosmic self, your cosmic being, stay confident in your truth. I want to get another one from this deck because I love it so much. Ooh, at the bottom of the deck was breathing. So this is the energy of like structure. You see the square there at the bottom. It's a nod to the physical world. So this is like some kind of practical advice. Breathing, breath work. Get out there and even just move your body and feel yourself running out of breath. You know, I've been doing a lot of that. Ground. I've been doing a lot of grounding too. Feel sensations. Get in touch with the physical world. Purity, clarity, expression. And it's a number 2. So this could be, you know, linked into another person, a partner, or just the relationship that you have with yourself, your divine masculine and your divine feminine within you. So in terms of things you can do in the physical world, yes, breathing, grounding, really like the animals was the first card that came out. So it is about the land. It is about the earth. It's about these tangible things, the things you can see, feel, and touch. So breath work, grounding, centering, and feeling sensations. And as we get into Taurus season, you know, getting into maybe the sensual side of things, you know, really giving yourself permission to do that. Have a beautiful meal, you know, eat really wonderful foods with that health card coming out. Make it fun, you know, make it a challenge, make it really, really fun. All right, so we'll get one more card from this deck. I'm sorry this has gone so long. I never know how these readings are while I'm making them beautiful. So this is a very special message, the dolphin baby. I feel like I want to stand again. The dolphin baby. So you see the heart down there. So this is one of, it's a very special card, the Children of Lemuria. And this is dolphin baby. And that's page 291. So Lemurian origin, flow, timeless, adaptable, free, take your time. I love that. Yeah, I really like that energy. Okay, so I just want to like check in with this because there are only 7 cards in this category in the whole deck, and it's really special. So the Children of Lemuria come out under the color pink. The border is pink. The numerology is 7, 2, and 9. And this category is symbolic of magic, development, and energy healing. So this is number 2. Lemurian origin, flow, timeless, adaptable, free. Take your time. That's an important message. The trail that I usually go up to from my house is called Andante Trail. And so, and it leads into Thunder Mountain Trail and Sugarloaf Mountain Trail. And so anyway, I love the Andante Trail, and I was like, what does Andante mean? And so I looked it up, and it said like slow tempo. So there is this energy of just being in the flow. Take your time, okay? It's about being relaxed. The related category is also unity. And look at this beautiful, beautiful little Lemurian dolphin baby. Some of you could have children and they really are embodying this energy. And for others of you, this is going to be an aspect of you. So I traveled to the oceans of Lemuria to meet the baby dolphins. In these oceans, I am simply myself, guided by light and bliss, and by the many sparkles and orbs around. So this could be like a meditation for you. So this talks about if you have children, dolphin children, they like to be near the sea. They're healers and they can receive healing from communicating with dolphins. As a parent, you can communicate with the dolphin guides who will show you a beautiful flow. So for some of you, this divine animal energy is actually about dolphins, maybe even whales as well, but particularly dolphins. Lemurian Star Child, you can go with the flow of the oceanic waves. And I'm holding up this one too. You can swim with the dolphins. You can look at the stars in wonder, being looked after by your light family in many dimensions. You can adapt, shapeshift, and flow with your pod. So some of you are like shapeshifters, okay? Now that modern life has become ever so complex, with rules, regulations, and time frames, in your heart, you miss simplicity and connection with nature. That's probably why these animals were coming out. So it's about your oneness, your magic, and the divine meaning of your opposites in nature. It's about the separation. So, you know, that's the whole thing here with all of us, everyone in humanity, that we were higher vibrational beings until these archonic forces came to Earth and manipulated our DNA and essentially put us to sleep. So that's the bigger message here. It's about breaking through that dream spell. It's about hacking it. It's about reclaiming our birthright of our advanced DNA. And it's about ascending to a new paradigm, a new Earth. But in order to do that, again, we have to be able to know that there was separation in the first place. Okay, so at first it might be painful to realize that you have forgotten your true nature, but do not shy away from this realization. By making gentle space for your feelings, by making gentle space for your feelings, even if they are difficult at first, you start to open up to many blessings from Lemuria that are awaiting you. Go back to your experience of swimming with the dolphins, of simply being in the flow. The dolphins' hearts can connect you to your own heart because that has always been their sacred role, is to connect us with our heart and joy and play. The dolphins show you how to be in your heart flow, how to let go of the survival flow, and how to stay clear of the analytical mind. Do I not need to think, you might ask, to solve today's problems? My life and the world at large seem at a crossroads, a choice between integrity and suffering. Lovingly, the dolphins start communicating with you telepathically. They let you know in images of beautiful colors that all is taken care of by the divine. You do not need to think in this way. You do not need to take responsibility for the whole world. Be taught to use your multidimensional mind by flowing with the dolphins. By using your mind in connection with your heart, many more solutions will naturally come to you. That which you long for deep in your heart is that which you are starting to create now. By manifesting your joy, you are simplifying the world. That's that 10 of Cups. By attuning to the energy of your heart, you manifest the healing template of the new Lemuria, the new life, the life on the new earth. Attune to your heart's longing, Lemurian star child, by feeling the joy of that which you are beginning to create. And a wonderful affirmation is, I allow myself to flow in divine timing now, to relax into peaceful play, knowing that my dreams are coming to life in the oceanic waters of my existence. So it's really lovely. It's a nice message. I don't know. Again, like I said, I often don't know like how these readings are going until I upload it, and then I'll like watch it back once. Manifest was at the bottom. So that's another one of these, the square or the structure, things happening in the physical, practical things that you can do. It's about manifesting. And there's the energy of the butterfly here, more transformation and creation, divine alignment, joyful visions, and co-creation and gratitude. So the two cards that came out for the physical world are breathing and manifesting. So maybe that is helpful for what you can do, you know, now. Animals, particularly dolphins, are important. And, you know, as is focusing on your health and allowing yourself to feel whatever it is that comes up and not sort of like be in denial of it or be ashamed because you're a light worker, you're a starseed, you're not supposed to feel this or that or the other thing. And that is absolutely untrue. And so within, you know, the community, we have to be willing to talk about those things and really look at the truth and see, you know, and see what comes up. Yeah. And so I think I'll just leave it there. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that it provided you with some kind of insight to go along your journey. Please leave me a comment if this felt important for you at all. And as always, you know, the message isn't the message, it's your reaction to the message that is the message. So never give up your power to a reading or to a reader or to anything at all, because ultimately this is about your return to sovereignty as a free soul and a free human. Okay, so I love you guys. Take really, really good care, and I will talk to you all soon. Okay, bye-bye.